What is going on, guys? It's your boy Junior and welcome back to the channel. Finally, I'm uploading again. Now, I had so many videos planned in terms of towards the end of FIFA 16. I had the Griezmann's Road to Glory that was supposed to wrap to an end, but surprise, surprise, technology and myself let me down. I'm not going to go into it because I've made various videos before explaining my mess ups, but here we go. FIFA 17 demo has arrived, and for the first time in a while, in terms of FIFA, I'm actually happy. You look at the way that FIFA 16 was when it first came out, the excitement around the draft and how it was going to prosper and go on to something else. It might just be my personal opinion, but the draft, after a while, it got very, very boring. Now looking at FIFA 17, and obviously I'm only seeing what I'm seeing on YouTube, which is from the capture event, and what I'm seeing from the demo. Now I'm going to break down a few bits of what I see and what I think FIFA 17 is going to be like for me. Then in future other videos it will be into more specifics. Now with FIFA 17 as a whole game, I think EA have listened for the first time in a long time. They've actually taken from who they're supplying the games to and went with it. Like, you look at the whole journey thing. I'm very skeptical about it. The whole, oh, it's Rashford, pretty much, but it's the principle that you're replicating something like, I think it's 2K, the NBA masterminds, as you will. They've taken something that has been pushed massively and it works because you have the freedom to do so. They're listening in terms of that aspect, the career mode type of plays. Now, I haven't seen much other than, I think it was Spencer's video in terms of the actual career mode itself. I'm not really a career mode fan as a rule. I may do something in FIFA 17 because it's something else to do on the channel. But there seems to be positive strides. Now, in terms of towards Ultimate Team, which is the usual gameplay that I play, massive changes by the looks of it. Obviously you've got the normal Ultimate Team where you collect the cards, you play the cards, etc. Then you've got Draft, which I presume that is only going to get better, and then you've got Foot Champions, which people have been looking for so long, but there hasn't been a way that you can implicate it into a game like FIFA. Hence why so many people bought coins, hence why so many people got banned. Now, the way that they've put it across, anyone can win. It's not just the good players or the people that spend thousands of pounds on FIFA points are going to win. Literally anyone can win. And then you've got the foot draft, the foot team building. I don't know what the actual game's called, but where you build specific squad builders. You have to apply your cards in. It's not just hearsay. You put your cards in and you get a reward out. That can be another thing that's good for players that aren't necessarily the best, that you get the better cards and the better things. Now into other things like skill games. Now skill games has never been a thing that's grabbed anyone's attention, in my opinion. I've always liked it. FIFA 16 was a bit drab for skill games. There wasn't really anything to it, but they've upped their game massively. I'm going to bring out a specific video into skill games, but they've done well there. The integration of two players and cooperative, I think EA are going with. Now the big thing, and I think this should have happened a while ago in my personal opinion, EA have had an engine called Frostbite for a while. They've been using it in Battlefield and they've just introduced it into FIFA. Props to them, the players look amazing. You see some of the close-ups that I'll integrate into the video. Some of them, they do look almost realistic, but then you've still got players that look absolutely nothing like who it is. Obviously, can't have a comprehensive review, it's only a demo. Moving on to the bad things that I picked up on and certain things that I feel was going to be a problem. Not many, surprisingly. Usually I have a whole bucket list of things at the start of a game that, oh, this is going to be this and that's going to be that. Only a few things. It depends on obviously what type of player you are. It will bug you. The whole thing with the penalties, it really hurts my head. Obviously you're being put in a position where you feel like you're more in control of your players. I can see where they're going with it, but the whole you move your player with your left analog stick forward and back, and then you can adjust the way that they're standing. It's a bit of a head fuck. If the case that with FIFA 16 and previous FIFAs, I can't remember what it changed from before, but you literally press a button, move your left analog stick of where they're shooting. Obviously the whole dummy thing and quote unquote skill penalties might be a thing. I haven't seen them, don't quote me on that, but I'm presuming that might be a thing. There isn't enough time in FIFA in terms of a high stress, if you want to call it a high stress situation like a penalty, to be faffing around. The majority of the penalties that I've taken, I fucked up because I don't really know what I'm doing, and don't get me wrong, the help is there to help, but it's not that helpful. Same goes for corners and same goes for free kicks. Obviously it will go into it more in terms of the skill games and etc, but to me it's a bit of a trouble. Last and final thing about negatives I've seen is long shots, and with specific players. Someone like Ibra or Aguero or Kevin De Bruyne or someone like Rooney, you get in a certain position on the field, you absolutely twat it one, it's going to go in. Now obviously the elements of realism has been added and I can feel it in the game, and I've seen certain things that, hold up, that wouldn't ever happen, but then people were saying that about Leicester winning the league. Few things, I was playing a game the other day, obviously on the demo, I was Man City against Bayern Munich, Neuer in goal, quote unquote the best goalie in the world. I beat him with Aguero from just outside the halfway D. That shouldn't be happening. It doesn't matter how pissed you are, that shouldn't be happening. Like I said, all in all, as a rule, I'm rather excited for FIFA 17. I haven't had a lot of, I wouldn't call it hope about FIFA, but they seem to take one thing good and turn another whole thing bad. I'm completely excluding the fact of pro clubs, which I got into in FIFA 16. Obviously I didn't put anything out I was meaner to. Surprise, surprise, I didn't. But there's a lot to be desired. There's a lot of FIFA 17 that I can go with this year, and it's a good thing. I feel like this game, above any in the last few years, has stepped up to that mark that FIFA players and YouTubers and whatnot, they're all somewhat on an equal level. As before, FIFA 16, 15, maybe 14 if you will, there was always exploits to it. There was always one thing that you can do. I can't remember what FIFA it was, but it was the finesse shot. Literally anywhere outside the box or in the box, you finessed it, it would go in. Now, other than long shots, I haven't seen it. People might find it, they might expose it, but as it stands at the moment, it seems pretty positive, and I'm waiting for the release. If you have enjoyed the video, please do drop it a thumbs up. Lets me know that you are enjoying the content. I do aim to be regularly uploading. I've had a bit of troubles in terms of uploading and recording. I've got a computer situation, blah blah blah, all a load of bollocks. But from now on, I do aim to be regularly uploading. So subscribe. Make sure you stick around for all the fantastic content that I'm going to bring. You're getting the sarcasm. Until next time, guys, have a good day, and I'll see you in a bit.